What is up, YouTube? It is Die Hard here, bringing you the Wednesday gameplay video. Doing domination. I was rocking the hammer in this with the target finder, uh, I think foregrip, and I don't remember the third attachment. But today is just a little bit of a, I guess, the midweek touching here. I was playing domination. Normally I play domination. When I play domination, I usually play with Semiraro and a couple of his buddies. But today I was playing with the MC clan, and they're an alright clan. I mean, they're not too bad. We needed more coverage on B definitely in this gameplay, but it happens. I went 14 and 24, so I went negative 10. But I guess in my defense, normally a lot of these guys were running ghost and stuff, so that was a little bit of a pain in the rear. But you know, even with all that, you know, it was more or less not anything to really worry about. Because like I said, I've never considered myself to be a true pro gamer. Although it does say DH Pro Gaming, I'm not a pro gamer by any stretch. I'm just a basic, first-person shooter gamer. I don't ever do exceptionally well or anything like that, and some games I do good, some games I don't. But I got a little bit of time in this video, so topic of discussion. Valentine's Day is coming up in just a couple of weeks. And for those of you that might be single, I know that this might be a time where you're like, who cares about Valentine's Day? But for some people that have, especially women, they love the Valentine's Day thing. It's just another reason for them to gripe. That's what it is. And for those of you that also are working, this is the tax time where you get to, file your taxes and get those tax returns that, from working all year and all that good stuff. That's everybody enjoys getting that money back. Some people are able to file their taxes at the end of January, so by the end of February, they're getting their tax returns if they e-filed online, like through H&R Block or wherever. I'm one of those guys. I have self-employment income, so I of course I have to file 1099s when I file. That's how I file. I file with H&R Block because I usually get my return within 21 to 22 days. When I e-file online, I do the deluxe edition. It's about $50 to do it, but it takes it right out of your return, and it double checks everything for you and makes sure everything's going good and all that good stuff. And I've went with H&R Block every year since I started filing my own taxes. So we've always used H&R Block. The My wife and I have almost been married for 7 years now, and 6 years before this year, we've used H&R Block. So we're going to probably continue to use H&R Block. Maybe they'll start giving me discounts. And the reason I mention H&R Block is because I know some of the advertisements that are going to show up, in the videos on the right-hand side, or even the in video ad that shows up, they might actually be related to filing taxes because it's tax time, and this is a really good time for them to boost up their sales and get higher conversions and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, so tax time, getting refunds back. People always say what they're gonna do with their tax return. I think what we're gonna do with our tax return is I may purchase a third TV, or maybe not a third TV. I might just pick up the Elgato, or maybe I'll pick up the Blackmagic. This way I can get me an internal capture card, a high definition internal capture card. I mean, I've got my Hauppauge, my HD PVR, but I would much more prefer to have a. I love the internal capture cards. I've always been a big fan of them. They've always done me great justice. I've never had to, I never worried about them freezing or locking up or anything like that. And unfortunately, I do have that issue with my Hauppauge. It once in a while it will freeze, When I have it in my good computer, it freezes when I'm recording. So, like I said, I might just pick up the Blackmagic Intensity Pro. Nothing against Hauppauge, but it's just something that I just don't want to wait for anymore. I'm tired of waiting. For it to decide what days it's going to work, what days it's not going to work. And as you see, this was recorded right from my Hauppauge, like live when we were playing it. And I'm like I said, I didn't do exceptionally well. I did all right. Still, I went -10, 14 and 24. That's nothing impressive. And there's 2 rounds in domination. And people always ask me, they're like, why don't you run the SMGs, or why don't you run like quick draw and stuff like that? I've always been an LMG kind of guy. That and assault rifles. I've always loved LMGs and assault rifles. They've always been my go-to weapons ever since I started playing. Like when I started playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, I used a couple of SMGs, but assault rifles. That was my big thing. I got every gun gold on Modern Warfare 3 in the LMG class because I love LMGs. I'm an LMG kind of guy. I love the light machine guns, 50 cal. But yeah, so back to the topic at hand here. Like I said, taxes. What I know a lot of you probably don't file taxes because a lot of you viewers are probably younger than the demographic that has to file. But if you do file, and this is why I say I'm recommending H&R Block just because I've never had an issue with H&R Block. Now I've heard people say that H&R Block has lost returns or not gotten them the amount that they should have gotten. I've never had that issue unless I owed money to the state or to the federal government, which I've never owed money to the federal government, so never had to really worry about that. But I did owe a little bit of money to the state a few years ago, and they took it right out of my return. It was awesome. But people say use like TurboTax and all these other things, but for me, it's just H&R Block is so much easier to do. And like I said, they take their fee right out of your return. When you're filing it, they'll pull it out automatically for you. So it's very, very nice. It's very fluid for me, anyways. And then I think about, like I said, what am I gonna do with the text turn when I get it? Like I said, I might just pick up the Blackmagic, or maybe the Elgato. I don't know. I mean, the Elgato is another external capture card. I'm not really looking for another external capture card. I'm looking for an internal capture card. So if you have a little bit of feedback on other internal capture cards, a buddy of my lifelong best friend actually has a Blackmagic Intensity Pro, and I know that when and that was before it was doing the full-on HD stuff. At the time, it was only doing like 575i, which is just a little bit higher than 480p. But he loved it. His was really good quality, and from what I've seen with the Blackmagic, it's a very high quality card, and so I would love to get the Blackmagic Intensity Pro. But my wife brought up that I could probably just get both, and it's true, I could. Anybody who's watched any of my setup videos, they know I have an L desk. I've got my mixer and everything, and I got my Hauppauge set up. I've got my 2 monitors, and things like that. But I'm always willing to swap out one capture device for another, because right now we run my Hauppauge into my old computer. Like, we're talking a computer I think we got in 2008 or 2009. It's a little E machine that's got like 2 gigs of RAM, and it doesn't freeze up my Hauppauge at all, so I'm able to record with my Hauppauge with it, and that's why we continue to use it. So I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm gonna kind of leave this one up to you guys. I'm gonna give you 3 choices here. First choice, I could pick up the Elgato, another external capture card, but it's the smallest of all the external HD capture devices. I could pick up the Blackmagic Intensity Pro. Now, mind you, either one of these I'm gonna have to order. So if I order both, I'm not too worried about that. And option 2 will be the Blackmagic Intensity Pro, or maybe even the Shuttle, which is an external HD capture device. Or option number 3, I'll pick up both. You guys let me know in the comments, okay? Just let me know in the comments which one you would rather see. I mean, because you already know what the quality of the Hauppauge is. I mean, you see numerous videos on YouTube. All of our videos are recorded with either the Hauppauge HD PVR, the 2112, or else the HD PVR2, the gaming edition, which is what Semiraro uses, which is with the HDMI cables. So you let me know which one I should get, or both. All right, and then so when I get my tax return, I'll pick it up and I'll do an unboxing for you guys or whatever. But all right, guys, this video is wrapping up. This was Die Hard on your Wednesday video. So have a good one. Tomorrow is Semiraro Gaming, and I will see you guys on Friday. Take care.